Hi there, everyone. I am Mr. McCorquodale-Bauer, and I will be your instructor for Canada in the Contemporary World for this semester. Usually I try and keep my videos relatively quick. This one might be a little bit longer, maybe 10 or so minutes, but I recommend the whole household watch it. Um, Parents, guardians, students, just because I kind of set out some parameters, guidelines, information for the course. Anyway, I'll get right to it so that I don't take up too much of your time. So, firstly, we got here. This is the course home. This is kind of like walking into the foyer of the school. There'll be some important announcements. Right here, I've got, you know, this is how many days we got left until the end of the course. Here is a button. If you click it, it'll bring you to a link to schedule a meeting, a video call meeting with me. Yeah, so this is basically just like this is information. It's the foyer. That's how I like to describe it. But if you just walk into the foyer and then turn around and walk out, you haven't actually attended class. You haven't, learned any content or anything like that. So that's where content comes in. Here we go. Okay, so this is my view. Your view is slightly different, but basically the way that it works is I've got it set up so that then it's relatively simple, and you have to start with the first lesson and move on to the second lesson, and then third, and then fourth, and so on and so forth. Um, the reason I've got this is because if I just gave you a textbook, that's a lot of information to go through, and a lot of organization and discipline. Where this is kind of just scaffolded, so that then whenever you learn one lesson, I know that for the second lesson you've already worked on that stuff. For release conditions, like I say, after you've handed in an assignment or visited a specific page or finished a test, the next lesson will open up. Um, that makes sense. What else here? Emailing. Emailing is actually kind of tricky within Brightspace. So students watching this, watch this video. All right, this video you have to watch. It explains that you can't email my Brightspace email from outside of Brightspace, but this video will explain it. Parents and guardians, you have my SJASD email. Email that one. Students, watch this video and it will explain. Hope that makes sense with me waving my hands around. Assignment, submissions, watch another video to watch. Both of these videos were created by Miss Hartley, and I stole them. They're fantastic. They're short. They're fun. They have music. Yeah. Learning check-ins. So, a learning check-in will be scheduled by me or may be scheduled by me. There's a lot of different reasons why they might be scheduled, but basically you have to, figure out a time. I'm pretty flexible with time that you can meet for the learning check-in. It's just, a way for me to do my job to make sure that you're doing, your job. There's a variety of reasons. Maybe it's that you submitted an amazing assignment. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I want to talk further about this. I want you to continue showing your perspective and knowledge. Or maybe it's that you submitted something and it's like, you're missing this. And without this understanding, you're not meeting curriculum outcomes, so I need to meet with you. Or maybe it's that I'm like, oh man, I'm pretty sure ChatGPT wrote this. Let's go and find out. So there's a lot of different reasons. Course expectations, this is an important one. Lots of students go to take online courses and think they can do it in like a week. That's not the case. This is, an accredited high school credit. So it should take you about 60 to 100 hours. Now, if you're an incredibly fast worker, maybe it'll take you slightly less. And if you're, a little bit more like me and you like to take your time with reading and assignments, maybe it'll take you slightly over 100 hours. But a key thing here is Work on it for an hour a day. Work on this course hour a day, Monday to Friday, except for, days that Fridays are off or Mondays are off, and you'll be good to go. Don't leave it to the last minute. About halfway through the semester, if you haven't been submitting things, I'll be phoning home and sending emails, trying to contact you, because then you'll be at risk of not getting your credit because you can't do, the course in a month. And then if, you haven't submitted things, we'll be having discussion about course removal. Once again, these aren't punitive. They're more just you need to have enough time to complete the course. Okay, enough of that yucky stuff. And if you know something coming up, something big in your life is coming up, and you won't be able to do work. It happens to all of us. You email me, you communicate with me, set up a video call meeting. Temporary zero is basically there's no sorry, I lost my train of thought. Temporary zeros, there's no penalty for being late for assignments. However, after the suggested due date, I have suggested due dates. After that suggested due date is passed, I put in a zero. As soon as you submit your work, that zero gets replaced with the grade that's earned. It's just so that then, you have an idea on where you probably should be according to the suggested due dates to help best keep pace with the course and lessons. Academic honesty, don't cheat. Easy peasy. Don't copy off, a classmate. Don't use artificial intelligence. Don't use the good old-fashioned encyclopedia unless if you source it. Sourcing is a great way to, use other people's ideas, referencing. I talk about that in my lessons, so I get ahead of myself. My tests are kind of different. They're open book. It's really hard to monitor whether or not people are cheating online. I don't like that word. But anyway, are using other sources online. So they're open book. That means you can use your notes. You can use Google. But that means I've made the test a little bit harder. Some more critical thinking, some more long answers. So really make sure you're going through the content. I think that's about everything. Class progress, you can see your class progress. You can see, your grades and everything. But mainly, the way my course is set up is that it's very much student-led. I'm looking for you to interact with information and take meaning from it. But just because it's student-led and just because it's online doesn't mean it's isolated. Please, email me, set up video meetings with me. There's discussion posts. So please, students, take advantage of those where you really get into meaningful conversation with your classmates, because we cover some pretty interesting topics that no one knows all the answers to, and we need a whole bunch of different perspectives to build our understanding. I really am looking forward to working with each and every single one of you this semester, learning with you, and please, anyone watching this video, don't hesitate to reach out anytime. Okay, I will let you go now. Bye-bye.